combate comienza ya.
Dice Rafa Rodríguez que su nivel a la hora de pronosticar es igual que el nuestro cantando, o sea que flojo, ¿no?
Era uno de los grandes atletas de fuerza en España, Víctor Casado, el valenciano del Prat de Llobregat, que es un gran forofo del boxeo. Dice que gana Joshua en el tercero.
Bueno, a ver. Bueno, aquí está Jermaine Franklin.
Bueno, pues el 989.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the defending champion. Fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with white and weighed in officially at 249.1 pounds. Hailing from Chatham, Kent, England. He was a stellar amateur and now as a professional, undefeated with 12 wins. 10 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. WBO Intercontinental and WBA International Heavyweight Championships. Moses Itauma.
What happens when boxing's most dangerous young heavyweight steps into the ring with nothing to lose and everything to prove? Moses Itauma has been called the future of the heavyweight division, but every rising star is tested the moment the bell rings. Across from him stands Franklin, a fighter coming in hungry, confident, and ready to shock the world. In heavyweight boxing, one punch can erase hype, destroy plans, and rewrite careers. This isn't just another fight, this is a moment where potential meets real danger. Moses Itauma enters this fight as one of the most talked about young heavyweights in boxing today. Known for his speed, composure, and fight-ending power, Itauma has been fast-tracked as a future world champion. But boxing doesn't care about age, hype, or predictions. Franklin brings experience, toughness, and the mindset of a man who knows this is his opportunity to change everything. Styles make fights, and in the heavyweight division, every exchange carries serious consequences. This matchup is about more than winning. It's about proving who truly belongs at the top. The heavyweight division is on edge once again, and all eyes are fixed on Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin, a high-risk clash that could shape boxing's next era. Itauma, the unbeaten teenage sensation, is being pushed as a future heavyweight king, demolishing opponents with shocking speed and power. Standing in his way is Jermaine Franklin, a hardened veteran who has battled world-class heavyweights and refuses to be sacrificed for hype. This is more than youth versus experience, it's explosive talent colliding with survival, grit, and intelligence. One mistake, one clean shot, and everything changes. This fight answers a crucial question. Is Moses Itauma truly ready for boxing's elite? Moses Itauma steps into this fight surrounded by massive expectations, highlight reel knockouts, and comparisons to legendary heavyweights. At only 19 years old, his hand speed, timing, and killer instinct have already separated him from typical prospects. But Jermaine Franklin is no easy assignment. He's a seasoned heavyweight who has gone rounds with top contenders and understands how to neutralize raw aggression. This matchup represents one of boxing's oldest storylines, a fast-rising star against a dangerous veteran who knows how to test limits. With rankings, reputation, and future championship paths at stake, Itauma versus Franklin is a pressure-filled heavyweight showdown fans worldwide are eager to witness, and ring intelligence. Itauma enters the fight as one of boxing's most talked about young heavyweights, while Franklin looks to spoil the hype by using his veteran savvy. The stakes are high as both fighters chase relevance in a competitive heavyweight division. Moses Itauma comes into this fight with a perfect professional record of 13 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws, with an impressive 11 victories coming by stoppage. At just 20 years old, Itauma has already built a reputation for explosive power, aggressive pressure, and a calm presence inside the ring. His ability to finish fights early has separated him from most prospects at this stage of his career, making every appearance a must-watch event for boxing fans and analysts alike. Jermaine Franklin steps into the ring with a solid and respectable record of 24 wins, 2 losses, and no draws, including 15 victories by knockout. Unlike Itauma, Franklin has been tested across long fights and difficult situations. gaining valuable experience against durable opposition. His resume reflects a fighter who understands pacing, defense, and survival at the heavyweight level. Franklin's challenge will be converting that experience into effective resistance against a younger, faster, and more powerful opponent. Statistically, Moses Itauma holds a clear power advantage heading into this contest, with an impressive strike percentage of 85% compared to Franklin's 63%. These numbers highlight Itauma's accuracy, timing, and finishing instincts. Franklin, while less explosive, relies more on volume, durability, and ring positioning. Power alone does not guarantee victory, but in the heavyweight division, efficiency and punch placement often decide outcomes. And this is an area where Itauma clearly excels over his opponent. Physical attributes further favor the British prospect. Moses Itauma is 12 years younger than Jermaine Franklin, standing at just 20 years old. He also enjoys a 4-inch height advantage and a 2-inch reach advantage, giving him the ability to control distance and dictate exchanges. These physical tools, combined with his southpaw stance, present Franklin with a difficult puzzle to solve. Southpaw heavyweights with speed and power are rare, and Franklin must adjust quickly to avoid early danger. Stylistically, the contrast is clear. Moses Itauma fights from a southpaw stance, using sharp angles, explosive entries, and heavy left-hand power. Jermaine Franklin operates from an orthodox stance, relying on fundamental boxing skills, defensive awareness, and counterpunching. Franklin's task will be to slow the pace, survive early rounds, and extend the fight into deeper territory. Itauma, on the other hand, will look to impose himself early and turn physical advantages into decisive moments. Experience is one of the few areas where Franklin holds a major advantage. Itauma has 13 fewer professional fights and has competed in only 26 professional rounds compared to Franklin's extensive 149 rounds. Franklin turned professional in 2015, nearly 2 years before Itauma's debut in 2017. That difference represents countless rounds of learning, adapting, and surviving adversity. The key question is whether Franklin's experience can offset Itauma's youth, power, and athletic dominance on fight night. Despite his limited professional experience, Moses Itauma has climbed the heavyweight rankings at a remarkable pace. Entering this fight, he is ranked number 1 by the WBA, number 1 by the WB, number 4 by the WBC, number 11 by the IBF, and 9th by the Ring. These rankings reflect the industry's belief in his potential and future championship prospects. Franklin, while respected, enters as the underdog, facing a fighter viewed as a future world title contender. Momentum heavily favors Itauma, who remains undefeated and has stopped his last 5 opponents. His recent performances show a fighter growing in confidence, efficiency, and composure. In his most recent bout on August 16, 2025, Itauma demolished Dan White via first-round technical knockout at the ANB Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The victory reinforced his reputation as a fast starter with dangerous finishing instincts, capable of ending fights before opponents find rhythm or stability. Before that dominant performance, Itauma continued his knockout streak against credible opposition. He stopped Mike Balogun via second-round technical knockout on May 24, 2025, at the SSE Hydro in Great Britain. Earlier, he dismantled Demsey Mekan with a first-round TKO on December 21, 2024. At Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. These wins demonstrate consistency across different venues and opponents, showing that Itauma's power translates regardless of environment or pressure. Further back, Moses Itauma delivered decisive victories against experienced heavyweights, stopping Mariusz Wach in the second round on July 27, 2024, at the O2 Arena in London. He also finished Michael Bolos with a first-round technical knockout on December 1, 2023, at York Hall in Bethnal Green. These performances highlight Itauma's ability to break down seasoned fighters efficiently, a sign that his development is accelerating faster than most heavyweights his age. Jermaine Franklin's recent form has been more mixed, though still respectable. He has won 3 of his last 5 fights, stopping one opponent and going the distance twice. In his most recent bout, Franklin earned a unanimous decision victory over Ivan Dichko on September 13, 2025. in a 10-round contest in Las Vegas. The win showcased Franklin's durability and ability to manage long fights, attribute that could prove vital if he survives the early rounds against Itauma. Prior to that, Franklin secured a 6th-round technical knockout against Devin Vargas on May 23, 2024, in Detroit, displaying moments of offensive effectiveness. He also claimed a unanimous decision victory over Isaac Munoz on July 15, 2023, in another 10-round bout. These results confirm Franklin's toughness and conditioning, but they also reveal a pattern of extended fights rather than explosive finishes. Against Itauma, time may not be a luxury he can rely on. The key narrative entering this fight centers on whether experience can withstand raw talent and momentum. Franklin's path to victory requires discipline, survival, and patience, hoping to exploit any mistakes made by the young prospect. Itauma's strategy is far simpler but equally dangerous. Apply pressure early, capitalize on power advantages, and prevent Franklin from settling into a rhythm. Heavyweight boxing often rewards the fighter who controls the opening exchanges, and Itauma has made a career of doing exactly that. As fight night approaches, expectations remain high for Moses Itauma to continue his rapid rise in the heavyweight division, while Jermaine Franklin brings experience, durability, and professionalism. The physical advantages, power statistics, and recent knockout streak heavily favor. Once the opening bell sounds, excuses disappear and reality takes over. If Moses Itauma scores another devastating finish, his rise toward heavyweight superstardom will accelerate instantly. But if Jermaine Franklin survives the early storm, drags Itauma into deep rounds, or pulls off a shocking upset, the narrative around this young phenom could change overnight. This fight is about momentum, credibility, and long-term legacy in boxing's most dangerous division. Fans live for nights like this, when hype collides with experience and true greatness is tested under fire. No matter the result, Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin is a pivotal heavyweight battle that could reshape the future of the division. When the fight is over, one thing will be clear: this bout will answer important questions about the future of the heavyweight division. Will Moses Itauma continue his rise and prove he's ready for elite competition? Or will Franklin derail the hype with a career-defining performance? In heavyweight boxing, nothing is guaranteed, and that's what makes this fight so dangerous and exciting. Share your prediction in the comments. Hit like if you enjoy real boxing breakdowns, and subscribe for more fight analysis and boxing stories.